Welcome to the Prospered Soul podcast. It is day 3, and it is my second time recording this episode. But true to my word, I am showing up, even though I did earlier today, but now it's after midnight. And I have to redo this because I said I was showing up every day to do this. And I do have a very interesting topic to talk about today. But before I get started on that, I just want to thank you all for the support that you have given me for this podcast. I had a beautiful conversation with a just really gorgeous man, and this about me taking the courage to do this, and and the courage that he's having in his life with something that's really beneficial, that's going to be an enormous help into this world. And with your comments, and just really warms my heart, and I just want to thank you. So let's talk about a quote by Mark Twain. This is a saying that kicked my rear into gear here in training at work. I saw this actually, one of the managers, always post positive things on Thursdays or Wednesdays or one of those days of the week. And this was last week's quote. And it was, continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. It's by Mark Twain. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. Let's get into this. How many things have you delayed or put off because you wanted to do it right, or you have it be better, or you weren't ready yet? Well, proof. I'm here right now in the middle of the night doing my third day of my podcast docu-journey and talking about the things that I am opening up myself to and growing and understanding better, and looking at my actions in the vein of continuous improvement instead of looking at how I already want the final product to be, and then being disappointed with myself or putting too much stress on myself because I'm trying to get there already when I'm just getting started. I mean, I kept my first episode the way it was with that pause in the beginning because I made a mistake. The thing that I feared the most, that I wouldn't be able to remember or recall. I don't know why, I'm very intelligent, but I wouldn't be able to recall on demand what I wanted to say or say it right, has for years stopped me from going on front of the camera or in front of a mic. So now, taking the steps in my life with the point of view of continuous improvements, it's so much wiser. I knew I always liked that Mark Twain. In college, reread his article. Reread him. That's the first time I really paid attention to authors and people like that. And because I haven't told my whole story about you know, I have parents that died, or a parent that died and a sister that died, and things that happened. I just stopped focusing in school. I learned, but I don't remember what I learned. But Mark Twain came up again when I went to college and read through his information, and it was just so good. You know, he's just so good, and he has always has some little smart aleck, or little quirks, and that was one that stuck with me. So let's look at this point of view of continuous improvements, what does that mean for you? Then, um, if you do things and you do them, you go ahead and you take that next step, because you're not going to get the whole journey laid out in front of you. At most, you're going to get the next step to take. And it might be faulty. You might not do, what does Marie Forleo say? Put your crappy work out there. Everybody does. Everybody has to. So if you're trying to deliver a perfected thing the first time out, um, it's going to take you a long time, because you're going to delay due to trying to get it perfect. Now, how many corporations and companies that we purchase things from, like Netflix glitches still all the time. And so does HBO Max. They didn't wait to bring their product to market or to sell something because it had imperfections built into it that they haven't worked out yet. They went ahead and shipped it. And that's an entrepreneurial term, but they went ahead and launched it. And then they made changes and different updates along the way. It's why you have to update computer software and you have to make changes to everything, because the most successful people just start. They just go. They don't wait until they have the concept all in their mind or the how to all figured out. They just go ahead and step out. So that would be an anxiety that would cause you to waste your life, to be too cautious over a future where you imagine danger, you imagine getting a bad review. Let's say you're an author, but you don't publish your book. You have pages and pages of beautiful work, but you don't put it together in a book because there's an imagined fear or anxiety that is false evidence appearing real, because there's really nothing to fear. If it came from you and it was a gift from within you, it is necessary, it is wanted, and it will provide for you. So, what you're expecting as an outcome that's unfavorable is really something that's imagined in your mind. It's not really real. And it's okay for you. It is a lot less painful, actually, to put your gift and your abilities out into the world so that you can get feedback about it. And then you can make an improvement to it than it is to hold it, don't share it, keep tinkering with it or thinking about it, and get destroyed from within. Because it's scriptural that what the gifts that you don't bring out and share, they're going to get taken from you as a Bible and given to somebody else. So I bet you have seen someone else with your idea, not doing it as good as you, doesn't have your flavor, your point of view, but they're doing it. And they might be making some good money at it, and they look happy and at peace, right? But you're tormented because you've got this idea, you've got this ability, you've got this skill, and it's not being shared. That is a destructive to your soul. And this podcast is the prospered soul. Beloved, I wish above all things that you would be in health and prosper, even as your soul prospers. So it starts from within. It starts from your soul. When I call The soul is like the real man. Like when you die, that's what stays alive. That's what I'm talking about, soul prosperity. Building up that inner man, developing that person within you. Yes, there's disappointing things in life. I've had heartbreaking things happen this week. So, but we still have to get up and we have to keep moving. We have to forgive. We have to love. We got to look forward. And we've got to continue to do this gifts that we have within our world because there's so many good things happening. So many good things happening. And we need to encourage one another. So I just want to encourage you to go ahead and move forward and let yourself do continuous improvements. Look at it as you're going to do continuous improvements on it, whatever it is you're going to do, instead of delaying because you want it to be perfect. Because you have the right to take chances and make mistakes. We need what you have to offer in this world. Well, that's the message I felt coming that needed to come through me today. It's actually different than what I had recorded earlier, and I'm happy with that. I really am learning that I just need to open my mouth and start talking and let God just work through me and use my intellect and my spirit together to share and to be a gift to others. The links are in the descriptions for how to work with me, or I offer a lot of really good free things as well. I love to hear from you. Let me know how this has helped, and have an awesome, awesome day or night. And come back again to tomorrow's episode.